just wanted to show you the progress on my Flaum cardigan. So this is it. This is the back of it. So you have the collar up here. You have the sleeves, as you can see, and then you have, this is the body. This is as far as I've gotten on the body. So the top part here, which is basically the yoke of the cardigan. I don't know if you call it a yoke when, well, I guess you'll call it, yeah. Sorry. The yoke of the cardigan is knit in just regular rib, 1x1 rib. And that's the same goes for the collar as well. And then the lower part, that means after you sort of cast off for the sleeves, or you don't, I haven't cast off, but I put the sleeves on to scrap yarn. Then you change just around here to fisherman's rib. So this is the front of the cardigan, and I have the collar here, 1x1 rib, and then you have the fisherman's rib. This thing was flying by until I reached the fisherman's rib, and then it just slowed down drastically. It takes forever, and part of that is because every 6th row you do 3 short rows to sort of catch up, because of the nature of the fisherman's rib. It's just a thicker fabric, so it's a little more, it doesn't grow in the same row count as the rib, basically. I do apologize for Esther talking in the background. I hope you can hear me over her. But I'm still really enjoying this knit. I think it's going to be so lovely once it's done. And just see here the part where the sleeves are going to go. And this is my life. So, yeah. It's around 5 in the afternoon, and it has been such a lovely day today. It's been sunny, as you can see. The sun is right behind me, and completely, like, there's been no wind, and it's just been so windy and cold and dark these last, it feels like weeks, but I only think it's maybe 5 or 6 days. Anyway, I am on my way to the library to get some work done, to get
schoolwork done. I still have not begun on anything in regards to my bachelor paper that I need to get going on that too soon. But now it's just gonna be schoolwork. We have a young girl who sometimes will come and take care of Esther after school, and so she's been with her since 3 o'clock, and I've been doing some dyeing. I'm really just trying to get some things done before I'm leaving for Edinburgh on Thursday. And as you can hear, my voice is not very good. I'm really not feeling that well, so I hope today's gonna be the worst, and then tomorrow I'm gonna feel better. Esther's not feeling that well either, or she has a cold, and she's coughing, and I don't know. I would really hate going if she's not feeling well, so anyway, still a couple of days to make us all feel a little better. Yeah, so just a little update. Esther and I just came home from Copenhagen. We went to the experimental in Danish, experimentarium or something like that. It's like a science museum, and we had a really nice day. And now she's running the phone, so she's sort of circling around here. I've been wanting to talk to you for quite a lot of days, but we've been out walking. Well, I've been taking a couple of naps with her actually when she's been napping, and then the other days when I've been out walking with her and she's been asleep in the stroller, it's just been so windy and rainy. And I did try and talk to you guys a couple of times, but it was just too windy and kind of went into the microphone. So yeah, today is Monday. I'm not even sure what date it is, but I'm going to Edinburgh Yarn Festival on Thursday, so that's quite soon. I'm not feeling that well today. I wasn't yesterday either, so I'm really hoping it's just a quick cold, and then that it's not gonna be any worse than this, because that would just sucks to go to Edinburgh or having to stay home because I was sick. So jeg er ikke færdig nu, nej, ikke nu. Yeah, so I wanted to talk to you about daycare. I know if you just want to watch knitting content, definitely go watch my regular podcasts. I do talk about that, like knitting here as well, but this is also just a little more daily life. Esther just found all my coins, so that's what you are hearing right now. But she was supposed to start, so Esther is my daughter, and she's 2.5 years old tomorrow, actually. I think maybe it's the 18th today, I don't know. She's almost 2.5 years old, and I've been having her home with me for the last 2.5 years, which has been lovely, but we've also sort of reached a point where I'm ready for her to be away a couple of hours each day, and so I can do some studying and do business stuff and FiberFolk stuff, because that's a little challenging, especially now that she's older. She's very energetic, and it's hard to do stuff when she's awake, and usually when she's sleeping we're actually out. So anyway, bottom line is we are ready for her to go a couple of days a week. Well, yeah, we'll see how many days. I was thinking 3 days a week would be nice for her and for us. She would get to play with some other kids, and but she would still have days home with me, which I really enjoy, and I think it's important for her. And we actually had a spot in a daycare starting the beginning of this month. So I really hope you can hear me from for that noise. Well, anyway, so we had a spot that we paid for and everything. So we had it from March 1st, and we went there. We were there for 3 days, and then we pulled her out of that daycare because it just wasn't the right place for us. One of the teachers there, the preschool teachers, were really not. She didn't speak nice to the kids, and she didn't really treat them the way we think that you should treat kids. No matter how old they are. I don't really want to get more into detail than that, but it was really bad. I think maybe she was stressed, I don't know, but either way, she shouldn't be there. And then there were some general things that we weren't happy with either, so we decided fairly quick, since she was only there for 3 days, that we weren't comfortable leaving her there. So that kind of sucked, because I had a lot of things planned for this month, thinking that I would have time here at home on my own, doing stuff while she would be in daycare. And that obviously didn't happen, and the next available spot in another daycare is in mid-April. So, yeah, she's staying home with me until mid-April. So it's been a little stressful, unfortunately, because I really wanted to slow down and not feeling so stressful or stressed out. But yeah, that's life, and it's definitely the right decision for us and for her to wait until we find the right space or place for her. Unfortunately, we cannot get the money back, so you essentially have paid for these 6 weeks of daycare where she's not in any daycare. So that really sucks, because yeah, it's just money right out the window basically. Yeah, so that's like the biggest thing that's been happening here at the WOOLapyk headquarters, is that I have not been able to do as much stuff as I really wanted to do. Let's talk a little bit about Edinburgh. Let's talk a little bit about Edinburgh Yarn Festival, because like I said, I'm going on Thursday. I've decided to only have hand luggage. I have a friend who's has a big checked-in bag, so I may have to borrow some space in that bag, but I don't have any big plans to buy a lot of yarn. I have plans to maybe buy some yarn to knit the Nordiska by Boiler Knitworks, and also a pattern from Marie Wallin. I can't remember what it's called. But that's sort of the yarn that I'm planning on buying. I know that's probably going to be a couple of extra skeins here and there, but yeah, I don't really have space for yarn, and I honestly don't really have a lot of money to buy a whole lot of yarn either, since all the money just went to the daycare. So yeah, I'm mostly just looking forward to seeing what all the fuss is about, and if it's as amazing as everybody seems to think. I'm sure it is. I can't wait. There are so many great vendors there. I'm also really excited to see it sort of as part of a, I don't want to call it business perspective, because I think if you've been following along, you know that I organize a yarn festival here in Denmark. It's a small scale one, but it's gonna be interesting to see how they are doing things there in terms of, well, basically everything. How they deal with ticketing and setting up of vendors and food and all those things that we also sort of are working at making as efficient as possible at FiberFolk. So I'm looking forward to that too. Yeah, and I think Esther needs me to read a book for her. Ikke snakke?
Nej.
Okay, skal vi stop?
Ja.
Okay, we're gonna stop. kaste på enden, vel?
I just saw this on our window seal, which is some new yarn bases that I've been dyeing on just to see how they took the dye. I really enjoyed this one. This is a 100% Wensleydale. It is so lovely. It is a non-superwash, so the colors obviously are not as crisp as when you use a superwash. But it is just, you can still see the color difference, and it has such a nice little like shine, almost like silk, but it's not. It's a 100%, like I said. So just Wensleydale. Has longer. You can see that halo, or the fibers sticking out. So pretty. And then this is the BFL Masham, which I've had before. This is just, I think it's 2-plied. And the one I had before was just like a single ply. I like this a lot better. It's a DK weight, so I'm thinking maybe I'll get it for the fall. And then Esther just took... Esther, skal vi bytte?
Hvad?
Du får den der.
Nej, jeg bytter
Jeg skal lige... Du får den igen. Okay, she was playing with it. This is a 50% wool, 50% alpaca. Oh, I fell on the floor. Sorry. And it's the same colorway as this one. She's playing with the yarn, as you can see. And it's alright. I like it. I prefer the other two more. And I'm not sure if people are interested in a WOOLapyk blend. Let me know if you are, because it is quite nice. And this is sort of, it's a little cheaper than a lot of my other yarns. So people may be interested in that, just because the price would be a little less than the other skeins I have. So you go.
Hello. It is 12:30 in the evening, or the night, the day before FiberFolk, or actually I guess it's today since it's after midnight. And I am packing yarns. Just been ridiculously behind on this, and our whole house is a mess. You can tell. Look at this. I'm gonna do this. It looks nicer for you guys. So our whole house is a mess, and it's been for weeks and weeks. That's what it feels like. We went to the venue today and sort of marked all the booths, and some of the vendors came to set up, and we still have things to do tomorrow, of course. We have to be there at 7 in the morning, and then we open up at 7, so vendors can come and set up their booth, and then at 10 o'clock we open for the public. And we've used this evening, my parents and Jakob has helped me labeling all this yarn, and I've used the last an hour and a half just figuring everything out and packing little things, and I can't wait till Monday. I'm so tired. It's suddenly it's hitting me right now. I've been going to bed too late, and yeah, all that usual stuff. Yeah, which I won't get into right now, but yeah. So I'm packing everything up. Finally got all the yarns ready, so that's nice. I wanted to just show you this. Oh, maybe you can't tell. Can you see? I dyed these. I've dyed quite a lot of solids and also colors that I wouldn't normally dye, but I just love these two together. It's a very, very, very light yellow. It's lighter even than it shows up on camera. And then a blue. I think they're so pretty together. Anyway, I just saw them and thought I have to show it on the podcast for some reason. I don't know. It's late in the night and I'm too tired to do anything of the stuff that needs to be done, so I'm talking to you guys instead. Yeah, I have a lot of Wensleydale too. Let me show you while we're at it. Look at this. Really not my usual type of color. But I've just been dyeing colors that aren't usually something that I would dye. And then of course we have the more subtle ones and all that. Maybe I can, I don't know. My camera isn't the fancy, so I can't turn it, but here are all the Wensleydale yarns. Yeah. I'm gonna finish up now, and then I'm gonna go to bed, and I will talk to you another time. Bye.